It's 5:15. I don't always get up at 5:15. I have goals to get my day started by 5:15, but I rarely accomplish those goals. But today, I'm up at 5:15. If I'm up by 5, that means I have 1 hour to myself before I have to get ready for work. 1 hour to do whatever I want. It's 6 o'clock. I need to get suited up.
$6.25, starting the work pickup. $6.41, gas station coffee. $6.57, just pulled into our work yard. $7.03, officially getting paid right now. So we're gonna start the day by cleaning out the back of this truck. Oh, fuck. $7.19. $7.25, rolling out to the job site. $7.45, we're filling equipment. $7.53, remarking line. $8:09, it's raining. $8:41, everybody else digging sewer lines. I'm shuttling pickups around the work site. $9:35, running back to the yard to get sewer tape. No. Water tape? We don't have any sewer tape, and I hate that. Now I have to go back to my supervisor and be like, look, we don't have any sewer tape. And he's gonna be like, did you look everywhere? And I'll be like, yes, sir. And he's like, well, did you look in the corner? I'm like, yes, sir. Like, did you look under the... Yes, sir, I looked there, and it's just... Whatever. Was up here the whole time. 10:03, different pickup. Now we're on a secret mission. We have to go uncover some valve cans. Today's all sorts of stuff. All sorts of stuff. 10:12, mission complete. 10:15, 1 hour, 45 minutes till lunch. 41 minutes till lunch. 22 minutes till lunch. 17 minutes till lunch. 6 minutes till lunch. Lunchtime! Jose? Son of a hit me on the head. I hate to say it, but I look forward to lunch so much. So 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. is my normal shift, and the only break we take is from 12 to 12:30. You hear that? Do you hear how it's quiet? There's no equipment running. No one's talking. It's just chill. Lunchtime's like a time for me to think, or not think, do whatever I want. But right now I'm definitely thinking, I'm like thinking about this video and kind of thinking, well, am I gonna be able to put something together that holds value, that has like a takeaway from it? Like that's what's in my head. But like going into this video, I never had like a core message or story or anything I wanted to tell. But I think that's okay. I think that having an idea and executing on it, even if it fails, is better than not trying at all. I don't know if that happens to you guys a lot, but like sometimes I get so into my ideas, like so into them, and I build them up in my head so much, and then I kill them before I can even attempt to bring them to life. And I want to do less of that. Like I want to do less thinking, more doing. So like an hour ago, I got word that I'll be changing crews. So the crew that I've worked with since March of this year, there's 6 of them plus me, work together 5 days a week, every week, and for the rest of the year I'm gonna be on someone else's crew. It's kind of sad, but I went and got ice cream for everyone. Oh yeah. Eating a Frosty, eating a Frosty, Victor's eating a Frosty, all those eating a Frosty. We're all eating Frosties. $6:19 right now. Sun's a little low on the horizon. We just got back to the shop, got back home, as I would say. Right now, I'm living on site at my workplace, so I can call this place home. Living at a construction shop really isn't glam by any means, but What it does allow me to do is have zero commute time, and so once I get off work I can just shower, then I can eat, and then I can use the rest of the time in the day for whatever I want to. When you kind of have like that side project, that side hustle that you want to work on, and you don't feel like you have enough time in the day, you really have to figure out how to maximize every minute, every hour of the day. And living in this man camp, door number 4, way back there, that's me, allows me to do that. Not easy, but I get it done.
देखिए आपके सामने ये कितना ईंटा उठा के दिखाएगा। चलो
So in this video, I'm going to show you guys what it's like to work in a Japanese office. This is Emi, a 24-year-old Japanese woman working in Tokyo, and she's just waking up. This is her morning routine. She doesn't take a shower to get ready for work, as some may assume. Like many Japanese, she prefers taking a bath in the evening before she goes to bed instead. Emi, how long does it take to put on your makeup?
5分ぐらいです。もう時間がないので適当です。
Nice spread, but who made breakfast for you?
ちもいっぱい美味しいってくれるんですけど、全然食べれません。もう時間がないです。
Well, Emmy completely bailed on breakfast. It's okay though, she's trying to be on time. In fact, many Japanese just grab a small breakfast like an onigiri from the convenience store on their way to work. So if you didn't notice already, Emmy still lives with her family, which is a fairly common thing in Japan, even after graduating from university. Emmy commutes to work by train, but the closest train station from her house is about a 10-minute walk. The average commute time in Tokyo is about 45 minutes to an hour. An hour train ride in the morning sounds a bit long, but Emmy is quite lucky as she doesn't need to transfer trains in the morning like others. So this is the train right now, it's arriving. It's such a long ride.
1時間ずっとこんな満員電車でぎゅうぎゅうで朝早いと混んでなくて寝坊すると混みます。
So Emi's office is located in the Otemachi area, which is considered Tokyo's premier business district. She works for a company called Persona, one of the largest staffing service companies in Japan. There's about 4,000 staff in her office alone, and about 9,000 in total worldwide. Is this building only Persona people?
いや、パソナ以外も入ってます。
You don't have a monitor?
あります。モニターある人はいるんですけど、私はないです。
And that's Emi's boss. Super friendly. And this is Emi's office. As you can see, very open and colorful compared to most Japanese offices. Since Emi works in the PR department, her first task of the day is to read all the newspapers, so she's up to speed with what's going on in Japan and the rest of the world. And today's Monday, so she has to catch up on all the news over the weekend, so she's in a bit of a rush.
It's that attitude, that smug cosmopolitanism, which best embodies the Obama administration, and it's that attitude which is why it took Congress over a week to agree on a measly one-time direct payment to workers who are suffering right now in America. Instead of drinking wine, the average American is already suffering. Yesterday, Crystal and I put out a call for #rising stories of those who have been hurt by this crisis, and we've been overwhelmed with the responses. We'll include some in a future segment dedicated to many more of them, but I thought it would feature some of them today as a message to crooked media that no, we're not doing fine. We're the opposite of fine. One response that just killed me was this one. A riser who had just finished watching the video in which we asked for your stories got a call from the company that she freelances for saying she's been officially laid off. Let's take a listen.
Hello, Crystal and Sagar. Really weird story. As I was finishing up watching your guys' show today, actually during the exact segment when you actually call for us to share our stories with the #rising stories, I got a call from the company that I do freelance for. And I got officially laid off as an independent contractor, which means that I cannot file for unemployment. I basically only have enough money for rent on April 1st. I was supposed to work as a side job to really start making some money. I was supposed to start working at the census on April 1st. Because of the sort of unreliability of freelance and independent contractor work. And I called the census after I got laid off, and I asked whether they had anything set in place because we're supposed to start training, and I was counting on that paycheck to start making money on April 1st. And basically they told me that the census work has been officially suspended, and they have no idea when it will start up again. And they did not contact us to let us know this, and they said that they don't know when they will be contacting us next, let alone when the work will start. And there was no offer of anything that they will do for the hundreds of thousands of people that were hired by the census. And they say I can't file for unemployment with that being dropped because I wasn't officially hired since I haven't gone through training yet. So yeah, it's rough. It's rough out here. Not sure what I'm going to do after rent, because once I pay rent, I won't have enough money left over really for utilities or for groceries. And it's kind of a tough environment to actually find a job right now. So that's my story. I could really, really use a check right now from the government, and I really think it's ridiculous that we haven't received one yet.
Hundreds of doctors and nurses across the United States are rallying around the hashtag #GetMePPE. PPE stands for Personal Protective Equipment, and it protects doctors from getting infected or from infecting others. It's things like masks, gowns, gloves, and many seem to be running out or running low on supplies. We're gonna talk to Esther Chu. She started the hashtag #GetMePPE. Can you tell me about the hashtag that you started and what motivated you to start it?
It was really clear across my networks, my online networks of healthcare providers, that we were all running out of this PPE or personal protective equipment. Those are things like face masks, the N95 respirators that filter out small particles, gowns and gloves, and face shields and eye protection. Basically, every type of equipment that we need to create a barrier between us and patients who have infectious disease of all kinds, just COVID-19. And so a friend of mine who's actually not even in healthcare, who's a lawyer, encouraged me to start sharing the stories. And I thought, why don't we start a hashtag and see if we can get people to jump on? So we came up with this #GetMePPE hashtag. And I went on Twitter and asked people to share these stories, and people jumped in. And it was actually even more alarming than I expected.
What we saw under your original post, hundreds of nurses and doctors from across the US sharing photos and stories. What were some of the most surprising ones to you?
My physician friends posted a bag that her hospital was using. They put her name on it because you were supposed to put your PPE together at the end of your day, put it back in the bag, and reuse all of it the next day. People were posting pictures of.
And is that normal? Is that normal, or do you usually take your PPE home?
Never. I mean, you never store your PPE for the next day. It goes right into the garbage can. I mean, I've never used any of these items for more than a single patient because of the risk of transmission. We generally take them off right after a patient and put them right into the garbage can. And so to reuse these items is really a change from usual practice. I mean, these are simply not normal times.
A lot of the comments that I saw on your thread were people asking to help. What can they do?
Yeah, it's been really remarkable how people have been offering to help and to donate items. There are people who have PPE, things like face masks or respirators at home, just for whatever, for gardening or for doing crafts or construction projects. We can certainly use those, and I encourage people to reach out to their local hospitals or healthcare systems and see if they will accept these materials. What I saw was a week ago, hospitals and healthcare systems were saying we can't accept those kind of donations. This week it has changed dramatically, actually, and it seems like most places are willing to accept these, so that because we know that it's our only stopgap measure until we start seeing more mass production of these items for us.